It's 2 in the morning. The house is silent, except for the rhythmic, heavy thud of paws against your mattress. You feel the weight shift, the familiar, insistent pressure of a body settling against your ankles, taking up exactly 80% of the space and leaving you the rest. Most people assume it's about warmth, maybe habit, maybe he's just a little clingy. But behavioral neuroscience tells a completely different story. In this moment, your dog is at his most vulnerable. His guard is down, his predatory instincts are suppressed. To the rest of the world, he is just a sleeping animal. But to the ancient circuitry of his brain, he is performing a high-stakes survival ritual that has remained unchanged for 15,000 years. Your dog has a soft bed, a full bowl, and a warm house. So why does he feel like he can't truly rest until he's touching your skin? Tonight, we're going beyond just cuddling. We're looking at the bodyguard logic of the male dog. We're going to look inside a specific part of his brain, the caudate nucleus, to see the chemical explosion that happens when he smells you at 3 a.m. We'll show you exactly how your scent acts like a natural medicine to calm his heart and turn off his wild instincts. By the end of this video, you will never look at a bed hog the same way again, because he isn't just sleeping, he's telling you something he can't say out loud. Let's start with the warmth theory, because it sounds reasonable. Dogs get cold, you're warm, simple math. But here's the problem. Your dog has access to sunny spots, rugs, the couch, and probably a pile of your laundry on the floor. If warmth was the only goal, he has dozens of options that don't involve your feet. So why does he choose you? Because in the canine mind, your bed isn't a piece of furniture, it's a social anchor. Researchers at Eötvös Loránd University in Budapest adapted the strange situation procedure, the same test used to study human infants, and applied it to dogs. The result? Dogs form attachment bonds with their owners that are functionally identical to the bond between a toddler and their mother. When your dog chooses to sleep beside you, he is performing the single most fundamental behavior in attachment psychology, seeking closeness to his safe person at the moment of greatest vulnerability. But there is a specific evolutionary reason why he needs to be touching you. It's called contact comfort. In a dog's DNA, sleep is the only time their predator brain switches to prey mode. In the wild, isolation during sleep equals death. By pressing his body against yours, he uses your heartbeat and your steady breathing as a biological metronome. He is literally outsourcing his nervous system to yours. If you are calm and breathing deeply, his brain receives a signal that the environment is safe. He can finally afford to shut down. Now, if you have a male dog, pay very close attention to where he settles on the bed. While female dogs often seek the most protected nook, like the space behind your knees or under the covers, male dogs frequently adopt what behaviorists call the sentinel position. Have you noticed he often sleeps at the foot of the bed, or perhaps on the outer edge with his back toward you and his face toward the bedroom door? This isn't an accident, and it isn't because he's being distant. It's a 15,000-year-old job description. In the wild, the males of the pack often took the perimeter. They positioned themselves as the literal shield between the den and the outside world. When your male dog sleeps at the foot of your bed, he is positioning himself as the first line of defense. He isn't just sharing your mattress, he is guarding your unconsciousness. By facing the door, he is monitoring the vulnerability window of the room. He is telling you, I will handle the world so you can sleep. It is perhaps the highest compliment a male dog can pay his owner. He is prioritizing your safety over his own comfort. But then there's the pillow thief. We've all been there. You wake up and your dog's head is literally on your pillow, or his nose is tucked into the crook of your neck. Why the obsession with your head and torso? The answer lies in a landmark MRI study from Emory University. Scientists mapped the brain activity of dogs when presented with different smells. When these dogs caught the scent of their familiar human, the caudate nucleus, the brain's reward center, lit up with more intensity than when they smelled food or other dogs. To your dog, your scent is a powerful neurochemical security blanket. The human head and torso release the most concentrated pheromones. When he steals your pillow or presses his face against yours, he is seeking a maximum dose of your identity. This isn't just about liking your smell. This scent immersion causes his brain to release oxytocin, the love hormone, and simultaneously drops his cortisol levels. By inhaling your scent throughout the night, he is chemically armoring himself against anxiety. This allows him to enter REM sleep, the deep stage of dreaming where his brain processes the day's learning. Without your scent, many dogs stay in a state of light sleep, never truly resting. You are literally his biological sedative. This isn't a one-way street. There's a hormonal feedback loop happening on your mattress that most people never realize. A study published in the journal Science found that when a dog and owner look at each other or engage in physical contact like cuddling in bed, both experience a surge in oxytocin. When your dog leans his weight into your leg, he feels a hit of bonding chemicals. When you reach down in your sleep and subconsciously pet him, your brain releases the same chemicals. This is why dog people often feel more rested when their dog is in the room, despite the snoring or the lack of legroom. You are co-regulating each other's stress levels. You aren't just two animals sleeping in a room, you're a single, unified biological unit. However, we have to talk about the dark side of the bed-sharing psychology, because sometimes this deep attachment can cross a line. There's a psychological shift that can happen called resource guarding. If your dog growls when your partner moves, or if he refuses to let you change the sheets, he isn't protecting you anymore. He has shifted from sharing a space to claiming it. In his mind, the bed has become his territory, and you are just a guest. Furthermore, there's the separation anxiety loop. If a dog spends 24 hours a day in physical contact with you, sleeping on you at night and sitting on your feet during the day, he can become psychologically fragile. He loses the ability to self-soothe. When you eventually leave for work, his brain enters a state of panic because his social anchor is gone. If you notice your dog can't settle unless he's touching you, it might be time to introduce some independent rest training. True love doesn't mean he can't survive 10 minutes without your scent. But for the vast majority of us, the bed hog in our lives is simply doing what he was evolved to do. When your dog climbs onto that mattress, circles 3 times, and sighs as he leans his weight against you, he is making a profound statement. He is saying that in a world full of noise, strange scents, and potential threats, you are the only thing that makes him feel safe enough to close his eyes. He's trusting you with his life at his most vulnerable moment. It's not just about a soft place to sleep. It's about 15,000 years of loyalty condensed into a few square feet of fabric. So the next time you wake up with no legroom and a dog head on your pillow, don't be annoyed. Take it as the ultimate canine honor. You aren't just his owner, you are his pack, his protector, and his peace. Does your dog have a specific bedtime job? Is he a foot warmer, a pillow hog, or a sentinel at the foot of the bed? Tell me your dog's sleeping style in the comments. I want to see how many sentinels we have out there. And if you want to understand more about the secret language of your dog's brain, hit that subscribe button. Your dog already knows you're important. It's time you knew why.